Welcome back to Confessions of an Awakened Boss Lady. Today we're diving right into part 3 of our self-love series. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. I'm your host, success catalyst and coach, Reverend Patricia Ferreira. I'm so excited to tune in and get going. But first, do me a favor. Back up to part 1 of this series so you can make sure you're benefiting from the full scope of the conversation. This is a series all about stepping into unapologetic, radical self-love so you can shatter your limiting beliefs and live from a place of deeper clarity, confidence, and courage. It's a 5-part progressive series, and today we're launching into part 3. I'm assuming you've completed part 1 and part 2 on self-awareness and self-acceptance. So today we're talking about our 3rd code of self-love, self-care. Now, self-care is probably the phrase we toss around most frequently and most cavalierly. To set the conversation straight, when I talk about self-love, I'm not talking about bubble baths or manicures or any of those sorts of things. Those can be part of your physical self-care ritual for sure, but there is a more profound version of self-love that we get to claim today, and we get to tap into it from a place of authenticity. This deep work is what we're discussing today. If you've been in the habit of putting others first and sacrificing your needs, this work is about to be revolutionary for you. Despite what most women and girls are taught, self-care is not selfish, and it is most definitely more than just a luxury or an occasional indulgence. It's an act of self-preservation and protection, and it's the conscious decision to safeguard your energy, your well-being, and your peace in a world that constantly demands more from you. It's how we ensure we have the energy, clarity, and resilience to navigate life's challenges without losing ourselves in the process. So this level of self-love is key. It's about reinforcing our boundaries, honoring our emotional and physical needs, and creating space to thrive rather than just survive. This is about taking care of ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally to maintain balance in your life and remain whole. True self-care starts at the core of who you are, with understanding your values, beliefs, and mindset, the very building blocks of your identity. This is why we make it step 3, because without self-awareness and self-acceptance, we could not architect the self-care that this precise version of you is going to require. Once you know these areas, which hopefully you got clear on during our self-awareness exercises, you can start to build in the support and nurturing required to hold the highest version of yourself safe and sovereign. Speaking of exercises, don't forget, I've created a free companion course for this series. It's called the Self-Love Activation. It's a 10-day email program where you'll get daily stories, exercises, and deeper dive conversations to help you really embody this work and make self-love a part of your daily life. If you haven't yet, be sure to sign up. The activation really takes everything we're talking about in this series to a next level, and it's yours at no cost for a limited time. So go ahead and get it in the link in the notes. Now, self-care is essential for maintaining your overall well-being and for showing up as the best version of yourself in all areas of your life consistently, right? As the saying goes, you can't pour from an empty cup. To make sure you've got yourself covered, I like to walk my clients through the process of divvying up their self-care routine over categories that cover the various aspects of your life. One way to visualize these categories is by using a self-care wheel. This is a tool that breaks down self-care into different areas that require your attention and care. Today we're going to walk through the categories on that wheel so that you can start to find your rhythm and build a self-care routine that addresses every part of your life. The first section on the wheel is physical, your physical self-care. Physical self-care is an essential aspect of maintaining a healthy body and mind. Taking care of yourself physically includes the basic activities you're probably already thinking of: consuming a balanced, nutritious diet, and making physical movement a part of your daily routine. It's important to approach your food and movement habits not from a place of obligation or through the lens of diet culture, but from a position of self-love. You're not doing this to shrink your body or meet someone else's standards. You're choosing healthy foods and choosing to exercise so you can feel your best, build up your energy, and go through the world as your most confident and vibrant version of yourself. Your physical self-care routine should also include things like sleep and relaxation. Your body needs quality rest to restore your inner functions, recover from your day, and recharge your mental capacities. Activities like rest, vacation, and yes, massages and bubble baths can all help you to lower your stress and support your health and well-being. Taking care of yourself isn't an afterthought. It's a shield that you put up to ensure you can keep showing up for what truly matters. The second section we're going to cover is psychological. Psychological self-care is an essential component of maintaining good mental health. It involves taking care of yourself by engaging in activities that promote stability. These can encompass a broad range of activities like self-reflection, journaling, attending therapy, spending time in nature, engaging in creative activities. Examining your thoughts and feelings to identify negative thought patterns and develop healthy coping mechanisms is essential. Try writing down your thoughts and emotions, regularly reflecting on your strengths and weaknesses, and looking for outlets to express yourself in a safe, supported way. Don't wait for a crisis to take care of yourself. Self-care is a daily act of rebellion against anything that seeks to break you. Now let's move into the third section. This is the emotional section of the wheel. Emotional self-care includes activities that help you cultivate positive emotions, that help you release negative ones, and process complicated feelings. One of the critical elements of emotional self-care is allowing yourself to fully feel your feelings. Make space to integrate and process your emotions completely. When dealing with difficult emotions, it's common to think that suppressing your feelings is the best way to get through a situation. Many boss ladies have been conditioned to hide our emotions or think of feelings as a source of vulnerability. But suppressing emotions can be extremely harmful in the long run. Simply allowing yourself to say your feelings out loud, write them down, or even just cry it out is a huge step in the right direction. One of my favorite exercises to teach clients who are struggling to express themselves is the towel exercise. To do this, you literally just roll up a towel or a blanket or a pillow from your home. You bury your face in the towel and make whatever sound you need to make to move your emotions and get those feelings flowing. If you're usually a bit more reserved or cut off from your emotions, you might feel silly at first. That's okay. Keep going. Allow yourself to make whatever sounds come out. Cry, scream, growl, howl, laugh, swear, curse it out. Whatever you need to do. This is about you making peace with you and expelling pent-up negative energy from your body. Other emotional self-care practices could include creating a gratitude ritual, spending time with trusted friends, engaging in feel-good media that makes you laugh and lightens your mood, or listening to music that helps you tap into your emotions. Finally, practicing forgiveness is a huge but essential part of emotional self-care. Grudges and resentments can eat you alive. They can prevent you from moving forward. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing someone's behavior. It releases you of anger and bitterness. You don't have to carry it. These types of emotional hygiene practices keep feelings from festering and turning into serious mental and physical health obstacles that will occur over time. The fourth section of the wheel is spiritual. Spiritual self-care is about connecting to your inner self, a higher power or a sense of purpose that transcends your everyday life. The practices that work for you may vary depending on your unique beliefs and values. Some common spiritual self-care practices my clients love include spending time in nature, meditation, carving out time to read religious texts, and starting or ending your day with prayer. There is no single path towards spiritual fulfillment. You have to find what works for you. If you're not sure where to start, sitting in a quiet space, noticing your thoughts, and grounding into yourself and your space, getting centered is a good starting point. If you tend to be the type of person who thrives in more social settings, you could also look into joining a spiritual community, a book club, or a discussion group. My monthly membership is a space for spiritual boss ladies who are committed to growth in all areas of their lives. In this group, we talk about business growth and personal development all through the lens of spirituality and our quest towards higher consciousness. You can learn more about my membership in the notes. I'll add the link, and if you're interested, I'm happy to have you be a part of that. Or look around your community for in-person opportunities to connect and build a rich and spiritual circle. Now, the fifth section of the wheel of self-care is the personal section. Personal self-care involves activities that promote development and growth and help you connect to your inner self. This can include figuring out what you want out of life, moving towards long-term goals, creating a vision, holding clear standards, boundaries, and giving yourself permission to dream big. Personal development is where you'll notice that some of these areas overlap, and that's okay. Ideally, we find spaces and practices in our lives that nurture us in different ways. For example, your meditation practice might help you grow on your spiritual path. It might also relax you and contribute to your physical and psychological well-being. You might also have moments of inspiration and clarity during a meditation that contributes to your personal development. Don't put your activities in a box. Allow yourself to discover what's ideal for you. Your personal self-care activities could include habits as simple as spending time with loved ones, engaging in hobbies, or learning new skills. This section also includes social well-being because connection to a community is essential. It's essential to our personal happiness and fulfillment. The key here is to be and choose your engagements intentionally. The cocktail party that leaves you feeling drained and depleted is not a personal self-care activity. But going out to a concert with a good friend and bonding over and sharing love for the art is absolutely an act of self-care. It's about how each activity makes you feel. Your personal self-care practice should ultimately create a safe space for you where you fill your cup and connect to you and to the you want to be. Finally, Section 6. This is the part that's the professional self-care. Professional self-care is essential to maintaining a healthy work-life balance. If you're prone to burnout, I want you to spend extra time here. This includes activities that promote career growth, not necessarily in a way that's specifically linked to an ROI, but in a way that contributes to overall professional satisfaction and energy richness. One crucial aspect of professional self-care is setting boundaries, such as not working overtime, not bringing your work home, taking regular breaks, and using all your vacations and sick days to ensure you stay rested, healthy, and recharged. This could also include seeking extra support when needed, or participating in team building activities, or fostering a sense of community and promoting a positive work environment is also key to your professional self-care. Another circle of professional self-care is planning for development. You might want to take classes, attend seminars, or pursue higher education. Maybe you want to start a business, seek a promotion, or start planning for your next professional chapter. Work can be a massive drain if you allow it to be, but our careers can also be a profound source of fulfillment, pride, and purpose. Practicing professional self-care is what makes the difference for you and for those that experience you professionally. Setting self-care standards across all these different areas of your life is crucial to establishing a healthy baseline. When you set standards in every area of your life, you're taking your power back and carving out space to step forward into your next level. So I ask you, what area of your life needs a little extra TLC? This week, I'd love for you to pick one area that feels like a hot button, a hot spot, a pitfall, and make this commitment to yourself. No tolerating, no avoiding, no collapsing into unhealthy patterns, no settling for less than what you want, no playing small. See if you can hold these standards for just 7 days. You'll be amazed at how quickly this area of your life will move upwards and forwards. So that's it for this section of the Self-Love series. Thank you so much. See you next time. Hit the subscribe button. Deep bow, sending you lots of love and light.